Hello, in this video just going to talk about the mowers that I've bought last year and what I think of them and what I will keep. So beginning of the year we had the meet up at Rochford's, feels like a long time ago now, and I tried one of these and I was after a new four-wheeler. Well, I wasn't after one, but I was interested in one because I had the Honda. I just wanted to see what else was on the market. So I think we tried one of these. It's certainly a four-wheeler one, and it seemed quite good. It seemed good at the time. And so I bought one of these at FR Jones open day, and I'll just give you a few thoughts on the mower now. I'll start with the good bits, which is the engine. The Lonsin, whatever you call it, engine is very good, very reliable. Well, I haven't used it since I think about May, June time, and I got it out the storage, put some fuel in it, and it starts up first time, so can't really complain with that. It's got some sort of protection over these springs and stuff there, which is all quite good. Another thing that is quite handy is these handlebar adjusters, which they copied from John Deere, I think. Other than that, well, I'd say that's sort of comfortable. It's not brilliant. Other than that, I would say, based on my experience of using it on gardens, if you were just using it on like a lawn like that, maybe not with shrubs in it, but just a flat bit of lawn, it'll be okay. But on the jobs that I have, where there's slopes and obstacles and stuff, being a shaft drive, it's very aggressive. And brings me on to another, well, beginning of the negative things, is these wheels, the tread. It's just asking to destroy lawns. These front wheels are okay because they're only sort of guiding the machine. But as I say, on hills, if you're sort of pushing up a hill, you have to move it a little bit to start your next row and everything. It sort of rips up the turf, especially if it's not the strongest of turf. And as I say, it is a shaft drive, which can be good, and it's what the Honda Pros have got. I haven't tried one, so I can't compare them, but I would say they need to change that, and also it needs to be wider. For the weight of this machine, it's almost like, I know, it needs to be bigger and softer, and that's all one of the reasons why I changed mower. Another problem is the height adjuster. Now it's good that they've done a 1 point height of cut, height rack thing. You've got quite a few choices of height there, which is good. And usually rollers you have 1 height of cut, and four-wheelers you have either 2 or 4 points of contact to change the height. But the problem I've found, again with doing gardens, as you can see here, it sticks out quite a way. And so if we were doing it, so most of the lawns I was cutting it around there, around that sort of height. And what I found was, even though I did trim, before you say, oh, you should trim, is if I have low bushes, conifers, dense stuff, that would catch, and the mower would go into the bush and whatnot. So that is a bad design. And just feeling it, as you're using it, it feels quite weighty here. I'm not sure why. The front wheels sort of feel detached from the mower. It's okay if you're sort of, you know, a council working, just want the mower to do a little park, has some Herbert using it, it's probably alright. But for me, for the gardens that I do, I quickly found it wasn't the best. Another problem is the bag angle. So you can see it's quite a big angle for the grass, where the other two you'll see is a bit different. And the bag doesn't seem to hold a huge amount. It's supposed to be quite a big bag, but it is. And another niggle, and this isn't just Weibang, I will state that, is you have to get a high lift blade for it to bag well in most conditions. If you remember, I did a video with this cutting in the wet, one of the first videos last year. I was quite disappointed with how it bagged, but that was with a standard blade. But once you buy the high lift blade, it's a bit better. Now, it is bad that you have to buy another blade, sorry, for this machine for it to work well. But there are other mowers where you have to do that as well. So that's sort of half bad, half not their fault. Other than that, the 3-speed gearbox on it is, yeah, it's alright. 2 is fast enough. Nice, yeah, sort of hater-esque handles, which I probably copied. You can disconnect the drive bar, just sort of push it in. Yeah, it's only a hole in the frame where it pops into, so that's easy if you have to take that off for whatever reason. And that's about it really. Now, these Toros have a BBC system, which I'll talk about in a minute. This machine doesn't have a BBC system, and you would know if they do, because this is different. It's sort of more of a squarey shape. It's got, I would say, the worst engagement system on it. You've got sort of move handles up and down, up and down. So that's one of the reasons I didn't go for it, and it was 100 quid more for that. But if you're just doing, as I say, wild areas, rough cuts, that sort of stuff, that mower will be fine. So about May time, I then thought I needed to change. So I contacted Toro, or Hater, whatever, and asked them about the Pro line, which is this one. And I have done a review video on it, so I'll try and link that up. And luckily, they were good enough to send me it on demo a few weeks just before the heat wave came in, and I loved it. Yeah, it's just, I think it's better built. The Weibangs are known for sort of good, well, they say they're well built, they're heavy. Whether it's good metal, I don't know. But this, with the Kawasaki engine, I wouldn't say one was better than the other. I know you can get a Weibang 4-wheel Kawasaki belt drive, but I think they're even more money. And yeah, so this one, which is belt drive, it's got nice soft wheels, not lawn destroying wheels on it, and the 4 points to change your height of cut. Usually I have the back 1 notch higher than the front, just to allow more airflow to get underneath and help the bagging. As I say, I've already done a review on this, so I don't need to go into it too much. But this I've used a lot throughout 2018. No problems whatsoever. And I'll insert a little clip now with the BBC system. But it's a dead simple design and a 3-speed gearbox. That's in neutral, and then 3, 2, 1 neutral. So that's all good, and you can adjust the cable tension there, which you don't really need to do for a little while. So that was the sort of dilemma with the 21 inches this year. While all that was going on, I bought this from, little plug for MPS again, which has been the best buy this year, I would say. Well, like last year. It's just a fantastic mower. It's got a big 1000 series 223cc Briggs on it, and it's got the guard there to protect the spring, and front height of cut adjustment there, and the rear one there. Now, that is much easier to see, but the bag angle on this one and the one next to it is a lot straighter, a lot flatter, a lot better for bagging. And this mower is brilliant at bagging. It's brilliant at bagging at mulching, side discharge. It just does the lot. It's really a great bit of kit, and for the money it's cheaper than the other Toro there, or well, not cheaper than that Weibang, but if you get the Weibang with the bumper and BBC, I think that's quite a lot more than this one. Got a big bag on it. I think it's 90 litres, but don't quote me on that. And the vari-speed system, which is great. The only thing I have done is taken a blue handle, or wherever it was that was there. I found that was a bit pointless. So if you're just pushing it into the van or wherever without the engine running, you just push it on there and you've got plenty of room for your hand. Other stuff I like about it is the handlebar adjustment. Have your mower like that, or like that. And I found having it like that is very useful in the van, and you can get the bag and hang it on there as well. That's been the best buy this year, and luckily my dealer was able to do me a bit of a deal, because I traded in my chipper, the Cayman something or other, which was rubbish. But apart from that, so as I say, so the 4-wheel mowers now are Toro. I do have the Honda still, which I will be selling February, March this year, 2019. That Weibang will be going, and both my Hater 56 Pros. I'll probably do a video on that, and I'll, as some of you might work out, I obviously will try to get the new 56 Pro. Well, I will get it one way or another, and I would like to try the Toro Pro Stripe, the red version and slightly longer. Got the Kawasaki engine on it. That 41 Pro is a great machine, nothing wrong with it. So I've just been giving these all a wash for their winter wash. I'll do the blades on them probably tomorrow now. But yeah, so I thought I'd just do that video. As I say, that's okay, but not brilliant. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So I hope that was useful to some people. and I will catch you soon.